Hello and welcome to IFFI News. We bring to you the latest happenings at the Film Fest. But first, let's have a look at the day's headlines. Religions and races are bound to disappear, says Eduardo Rossoff. Jal, a breathtakingly photographed tragedy of Shakespearean proportions. Humor is the most important thing, whether it is life or cinema, says Jury Menzel. Now the top happenings at IFFI on Friday. Mexican director Eduardo Rossoff of the film Let Me Survive categorically stated that religions and races are bound to disappear. He was speaking at the Meet World Panorama along with Salvo Antonio Piazza and Fabio Grassadonia at ESG Press Room. Expressing that India is just like Mexico, Eduardo stated that he wants to extend his stay in Goa.
The world is a very small place today. You're sitting here on the internet talking to people around the world, and I think that mathematically religions and races are bound to disappear, and the day we know that we're not better or worse, that we're just different from other people, I think we might have a bit more peace in the world. You know, the movie is Belgian, but I'm Mexican and I live in Mexico, so to be in the antipode of Mexico, because we're really, you know, on the other side of the world. It's you know, 30 somewhat hours to get here. It's and then you come here, it feels like home, because Mexico is very much like, you know, like India, where, you know, it's the same chaos, the same the same love of people and food, and it's very spicy. It's good. It's a wonderful experience. I love. I don't want to go back.
For a Italian first feature film, it was not normal. It was exceptional, but still they were saying no. And the only way to survive, not only for us but for many other Italian filmmakers, is to be open to the rest of the world and to the rest of Europe. Otherwise, you don't survive. And only later on, Italy discovers you. When, for example, we got distribution in France, in Brazil, in United States, before getting distribution in Italy. Only after being awarded in Cannes, we got distribution in Italy. So it's very difficult. And to answer, there was the first question, how it is to be here. Of course, it's incredible, because it's Salvo, it's our first feature film. And it was very difficult to finance it. Most of the time we were almost thinking, okay, we are not making it, we will never make it. So when you realize a film such as Salvo, you never imagine that one day you're sitting in a press conference in India. No, you don't imagine it.
I just want to shock the world and don't see roles as glamorous, says Kirit Kulhari, the actress in the movie Jal. Earlier, producer and director Girish Malik spoke about the movie at a press conference. Report by Rohit Vadkar and video journalist Danish Karpe.
Now, talking about Jal means water, and imagine if somebody wants to invest their money to a film which is artistic and about water and about Jal, and would believe in my thoughts. So that is why I always feel if there are no good producers, you will never make a great film, because it is the most important aspect of filmmaking. It comes from your heart, but at the same time your vision needs to be believed by someone. So that's where I'm talking about making an independent cinema with good producers.
So from glamorous role, from Khichdi to Shaitan, and now to Jal, to de-glamorizing it, how was it?
Of course, Khichdi, I did put a lot of makeup, but it wasn't really a glamorous role. I don't see it as a glamorous role. Shaitan, although it did seem like this modern girl who wants to be a model and college girl, a Bombay college girl. So yes, in terms of outfits, it was what college kids wear. But in terms of, I think, I don't think I've really done a glamorous role as yet. But yes, if you compare to Jal, yes, Jal is very, very de-glamorized, and I love to just shock. I love to shock people. I love to have those reactions of people not knowing if I'm the same girl who was in Shaitan and I'm the same girl in Jal. So I like it's quite exciting as an actor to not be able to for people not to recognize you as some from your last work. So I think it's great. I don't see roles as glamorous or de-glamorous, but just as characters and what I have to do in the film, and I try and stay true to the character.
Apart from your movie, how has been the experience here at IFFI in Goa?
It's the first time actually I'm coming to IFFI, and my second film festival that I have attended with a film. Earlier, as a student, used to be so fascinated by Mami, and I've just been in Bombay, so that's the only festival I've attended. So there used to be a fascination of, oh my God, world cinema, oh my God, how do they do it, oh my God, actors. So coming from there, and never, like, you don't really think that you would reach a point where you would be actually presenting your own film, at an international film festival. So from that point of view, it's a great feeling. We went to Busan last month, and it was again a beautiful experience. So I think being here at IFFI, it's the biggest international film festival that we have in India. So there's a lot attached to it. There's a lot of prestige and honor attached to it. That's the standee which just fell. So yeah, it feels great to be here, and I feel if I'm not coming to a festival as an audience, as a normal person who loves world cinema, I would rather come with a film. I should have a film to come with, and this is exactly what I have. So Goa is great. I think it's a great time to be in Goa. So it's placed at the right time. People are having fun. The space is very chilled out, and of course there are wonderful movies to watch with.
Renowned Czech filmmaker and Lifetime Achievement Award winner Jiří Menzel said that the switch from silent cinema to digital technology has been a great journey. He was speaking at a press conference held at the Media Center along with his crew members. He remarked that humor is the most important thing, whether it is live or cinema. Report by our field reporter Rohit Vadkar and video journalist Dinesh Karpe.
Why is sense of humor so important to you and to your cinema?
I think it's important for everybody.
Well said. Questions about the opening film?
Living without humor, you are followed away to the cancer. This life is not so stupid and hard as we think. We are not satisfied, of course, but it is not so big trouble. We have to know that in this time our life is better than our ancestors. Yes, our life is much better, and to be optimistic is good for our health. And now, because many films are misuse the vulgarity and misuse the violence, I think, and our moral film is very depressive. I would like to make something opposite of this. The life is good for living, not for troubles. It's very hard, but I agree with the censorship. Because the freedom is good for adult people, but the people are not adult enough. And censorship is something what we have for ourselves. I have to censorship. For me, I take my censorship, what I can say, what I can do, without blessing the other people. And most of people misused this freedom to this absence of censorship, and it's pity. Censorship is easy to misuse, but also it's easy to misuse the freedom.
It's time for a short break. Stay tuned.